Fitness studio owners, stick around. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to choose the right advertising offer for your fitness studio. After working with 2,000 plus fitness studios in the industry across the entire world, we've ran every offer under the sun. So today I want to share with you how to evaluate your marketing campaign and which offer to choose. Before I go into the different offers that you guys are going to see or that I'm going to break down for you, I want to share with you there's no right or wrong offer. It really comes down to what's going to work well for your fitness studio. At the end of the day, what's going to be most successful for you guys in terms of your advertising campaign and what offer you lead with is going to be entirely dependent on how good of a sales process you have. Here's why. If you're gonna choose a lower barrier offer like a free week or a free class or 3 free classes, you're gonna need a stronger sales process than you would maybe even a free class versus a paid offer like a 10 for 10 or a $49 for 2 weeks, whatever it may be. Here's why. Someone that opts into a free week offer has a totally different buyer's mindset than someone that opts into a paid offer like a 10 for 10 or whatever it may be. If you think about it, it makes a lot of sense. So let's break this down quick. All right, so here are my 3 offers, and we'll break down the mindset, the buyer's mindset across each. So we have a free week, we have a free class, and we have a paid offer. Whatever that offer is, it doesn't really matter so long as it's paid. If you think about the buyer's persona here, or the buyer's mindset here rather, there's really no expectations to buy anything. They just want to come in and experience the offer, right? Which is that free week. Think about this though. Someone that understands that they only have one class to make a decision is most likely, considering they opted into the offer, a little bit more farther along in terms of the funnel, a sales funnel, if you want to look at it that way, than someone would be if they were just going in for a free week with low expectations to buy anything, especially in their first class. Now, paid offer compared to free class, right? They understand that they have to put a little bit of skin in the game to take advantage of whatever that offer is. So their buyer mindset is so much farther along in the funnel in terms of ready to purchase than someone that opts in for a free week. So as a marketer, I don't really like to speak in absolutes, but here's what I'll say. If you're running a free week versus a paid offer, you're more likely to get more leads in at a free week than you would a paid offer, and even more leads for a free class than you would a paid offer, and so on and so forth. I even want to take this a step further. Like, we talk about the ability to convert these people once they're even in the door and how much more difficult it is to get someone that signs up for a free week versus a paid offer. Let's take it even further and talk about an individual. We'll call her Miss Jones, right? Miss Jones, she might be, let's say 20 pounds, 30 pounds overweight. She hasn't worked out in a very long time, but she realizes after seeing your ad for your free week offer that she should probably take some action because she wants to be in better shape for her kids, okay? So Miss Jones is very emotional right now. She understands that she needs to make a change in her life, and she gets super excited about the fact that this studio is gonna help me achieve my goals. I'm gonna be able to experience and make sure it's the right decision for me. So Miss Jones opts into the free week, and now we get ghosted. Why do we get ghosted? It's because Miss Jones is less committed in the buyer's mindset than someone would be into the paid offer. If you think about someone that's opted in, especially today with everything that goes on in the world and all the information out there, there's a lot of distractions. So if you can't get to Miss Jones in a quick period of time after she's put in her information, you're gonna be less likely to get a hold of her. You're gonna have a less trouble with that for someone in a free class and a paid offer. Let's use that same example for Miss Jones that opted in for a free class, right? That ad still, for the most part, hit her on an emotional level because she's on a disruptive marketing platform like Facebook or Instagram, right? But she understands in terms of her buyer's mindset after she's opted in, she only has one opportunity to experience the class before she needs to make a decision. So if we get an opt-in on a free class versus a free week, we can assume, again, no absolutes, but we can assume that individual is a little farther along in the buyer's mindset, and we're more likely to get them on the phone to potentially close them on that first sale. Because if you think about it from a psychology standpoint, she understands that, especially considering she opted into this offer, she has to make a decision in a short period of time. She doesn't have the luxury of going to an entire week of classes before she thinks she needs to make the decision to move forward with class. Now think about Miss Jones in a paid offer, okay? Miss Jones in a paid offer has skin in the game. She understands that she's just already made a decision because she purchased your offer at the point of sale within your funnel. It's gonna be more likely that she's gonna convert into whatever the membership offer in the back end is because she's already invested in herself. So while they're on the same platform, right? They're on Facebook or they're on Instagram, the mindset of these individuals in terms of their buyer's mindset is completely different. Miss Jones in a paid offer could have been doing some research already, She could have been talking to a friend that's, changed her life through fitness. There's a lot of other variables that go into this. Same thing with, a free week. She's probably less likely has been talking to anyone about fitness. She just understands that, she's maybe a little bit overweight at this time and really understands that she wants to do something about it, at least in this moment, because we had compelling ad copy and we had creatives that stopped the scroll. So again, in marketing, we can't speak to absolutes because we don't know until we actually run a campaign. But I can tell you after the data of working with over 2,000 plus fitness studios, generally speaking, you're gonna see more leads in a free week or low barrier offer than you would in a paid offer. So here's what it comes down to. Like I was saying before, your sales process. If that needs improvement, if that needs work, I wouldn't recommend running a free week, because if you continue to miss out on these opportunities, you're gonna get frustrated with your advertising and you're gonna stop completely when that's not the solution. So if you struggle a little bit more with sales process, I'd recommend either running a free class or a paid offer, because it's gonna give you someone with a buyer's mindset that's a little bit farther down the buyer funnel than someone would be in a free week. Now, in terms of what you should expect, if any marketing company tells you, hey, I'm gonna give you X amount of leads with whether it's a free week, free class, or paid offer, that's not true. You don't know that without running campaigns, gathering data, and optimizing campaigns. Here's what I will tell you, and generally speaking, again, because there are one-off instances where this might not be the case, you're probably going to pay a little bit less for a free week than you would a paid offer. Again, that's dependent. There's a lot of variables that go into that, but generally speaking, for the most part, across all the studios that we work with, you can make the generalization that you'll most likely see more leads for a free week than a paid offer. Now, again, generally speaking, your cost for a paid offer in terms of cost per lead might be a little bit higher for a paid offer than it would be a free week or even a free class. With that said, you shouldn't just evaluate your marketing campaigns based on CPL. It's an important factor, don't get me wrong, and as marketers, we should do everything we can to optimize campaigns for lower cost per leads. But to truly evaluate a marketing campaign, you need to understand what your cost per acquisition is. And here's why. If I were to A/B test a free week versus a paid offer, and I got higher cost per lead for my paid offer, a lower cost per lead for my low barrier offer, but in the sales process, I was able to close more of these leads, even if I got less of them, but I wasn't able to close as many here. What's an effective marketing campaign? Well, I'm gonna say the one that allows me to sell more memberships at a lower cost per acquisition, taking into account not only my marketing spend, but my sales spend as well. Let's actually break that down really quick. Let's say we A/B tested two offers at the same time. I spent $1,000 in a month for a free week offer. I also did some type of paid offer, 10 for 10, whatever it may be, and I also spent $1,000 in ad spend. But let's say this one generated me 100 leads, which would be a CPL of $10, and this one only generated me 50 leads, and that would be a $20 cost per lead. Now you might look at this and say, okay, based on these two CPLs, this one's a better marketing campaign. Maybe, but that's not necessarily true, because we need to understand as marketers and as sales individuals, what's my cost per acquisition, right? Let's say in this instance, when you were running a free week, as we were doing this A/B test, of these 100 leads, you only sold 10 of them, okay? So you would take, just for the sake of this exercise, because you do want to evaluate your marketing and sales costs, but just to show you what I'm talking about here, let's say of these 100 leads, we closed 10 deals. So I would take, again, you should use all your sales and marketing costs, but I'm just using the ad spend for this exercise. You take 1,000 divided by 10, and that would give you $100 CAC or cost per acquisition. Again, use your sale and marketing costs, not just your marketing costs, and use everything. Use your agency fee, use your salary if you're the person doing it, and on the sales side too, use salary, commission, and you want to understand, okay, what is my actual cost per acquisition? So in this example, it's 100. Let's say of these 50 leads on this paid offer, right, because they are further along in the buyer's mindset, we were able to close, let's just say 20 of them. So again, for the sake of this exercise, take 1,000, divide that by 20, which would give you $50. Okay, now which one's the better marketing campaign? Is it the one that's generating me a $10 CPL? Or is it one that's generating me a $50 cost per acquisition versus $100 cost per acquisition? To me as a marketer, I want to look at it as a whole, because in theory, this is a better marketing campaign because I'm making more sales from it. I'm not just generating more leads from it, right? Now, here's what I'll say. In this exercise, it looks like, okay, I'm recommending that you guys go with a pay offer. I'm not necessarily recommending that at all, because I do feel like you can get more opportunities to make more sales from a low barrier offer, so long as you have a good sales process, right? if you don't have as good enough sales process, stick with like a free class or a paid offer, because that's gonna push people farther along in the buyer's mindset and give you the ability to make more sales. Really, it comes down to how your sales process works internally and how effective it is internally. And if you're looking for the leading membership sales training in the entire industry, training, certifications, scripts that are gonna help you close so many more of these low barrier offers, allow you to develop a sales process within your studio that gets your team bought into selling more memberships, then I highly encourage you to click the link in the description below and speak with a member of our team. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more videos just like this one.